Being a mum is a wild, beautiful ride, one that no one can truly prepare you for, no matter how many books you read or stories you hear. It's a journey that's equal parts unpredictable and unforgettable, filled with moments that make your heart swell and others that test your patience in ways you never imagined. One moment, your heart is bursting with love as you watch your child sleep, their tiny chest rising and falling, their face so peaceful it almost brings tears to your eyes. In those quiet moments, you feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude and wonder. How did you get so lucky? The next, you're dodging Lego pieces scattered across the floor, stepping over piles of laundry, and refereeing sausage roll disputes at the kitchen table. There's never a dull moment, and sometimes it feels like you're running a circus, but somehow you wouldn't trade it for anything. The highs? They're unbeatable. Sloppy kisses planted on your cheek, wonky handmade cards that say, "I love you, Mom," and the sound of giggles drifting from the next room. These are the moments that keep you going, that remind you why you do it all. But the lows can be tough, really tough. Sleepless nights that seem to stretch on forever, constant worry about whether you're doing enough, and the exhaustion that settles deep in your bones. There are times when you feel like you're running on empty, just trying to make it through the day. And then there's that ever-present mum guilt, whispering in your ear that you're not enough, that you should be doing more, being more. It's a heavy weight, but it's one that so many mums carry, often in silence. Sometimes you reach out to friends or family, seeking reassurance or just a listening ear. Other times, you find comfort in a cup of tea, a quiet moment to yourself, or a few pages of a parenting book that reminds you you're not alone. Still, this journey is about finding magic in the mess and laughter in the chaos. It's about learning to let go of perfection and embracing the beautiful imperfections that make your family unique. It's not about being perfect. It's about building your little team, facing life's ups and downs together, and knowing that you're stronger as a unit. Every challenge becomes a lesson, every mistake an opportunity to grow. The love, the lessons, the forgiveness, especially for yourself, are what truly matter. You learn to be gentle with yourself, to celebrate the small victories, and to forgive the inevitable slip-ups along the way. Through all the chaos, you realize that this is the most rewarding job in the world. The joy, the laughter, the tears, they all weave together to create a story that's uniquely yours. It's the beautiful, messy truth of being a parent. A journey that's as challenging as it is wonderful, and one that fills your heart in ways you never thought possible. Growing up in the 80s felt like another universe. No internet, no mobile phones, just mud pies and cardboard forts. Our days were filled with the kind of freedom that's hard to imagine now. We'd wake up, eat a quick breakfast, and rush outside, eager to see what adventures the day would bring. There was a sense of possibility in the air, a feeling that anything could happen as long as you were home before the streetlights flickered on. We roamed the neighborhood on bikes, trusted to be home for dinner, with neighbors who'd keep an eye out and tell your mom if you misbehaved. The whole community felt like an extended family, and every adult was a potential storyteller or referee. We learned about trust, independence, and sometimes the consequences of pushing boundaries a little too far. Now, my kids' play is often online. Their lives shared on social media, and the pressure on them and us is immense. Their friendships are measured in likes and comments, and their adventures are filtered through screens. It's a world of instant connection, but sometimes it feels like we're all a little more isolated too. Parenting means being IT support, safety officer, and emotional guide for a digital world we never knew. We're learning alongside our kids, trying to keep up with new apps and online trends, all while worrying about cyberbullying, screen time, and digital footprints that last forever. It's a constant balancing act, and sometimes it feels like we're making up the rules as we go. Everything's more scheduled, less spontaneous. Our calendars are packed with lessons, practices, and appointments, leaving little room for the kind of aimless wandering that once sparked our creativity. Sometimes I wonder if we're trading freedom for structure, and what our kids might be missing in the process. Sometimes I miss the boredom that forced us to be creative. Those quiet moments when there was nothing to do, were actually the birthplace of our wildest ideas and closest friendships. Boredom wasn't something to be avoided. It was an invitation to imagine, to invent, to connect. It's a balancing act, giving them the best of today while holding on to the simple joys of yesterday. I want my kids to experience the wonder of discovery, the thrill of unstructured play, and the comfort of knowing they're part of a community that cares. I want them to experience both freedom and connection, to know the joy of unplugged afternoons and the security of family traditions, to feel seen, heard, and loved, both online and off. That's the real challenge of modern parenting, finding ways to blend the best of both worlds so our children can grow up grounded, resilient, and ready for whatever the future brings. Discipline used to be simple. One stern look and you knew where you stood. Respect and boundaries were clear, adults were in charge, and you learned quickly that actions had consequences. It wasn't about crushing spirits, but about preparing us for the real world. The love was in the routines, hot dinners, clean clothes, and parents who were steady and reliable. We learned resilience and right from wrong, even if the methods were different. Looking back, I'm grateful for that solid foundation. It shaped who I am and taught me the value of structure. Sometimes the simplest lessons last the longest. Today's parenting is all about gentle approaches and emotional awareness. We're living in a time where parents are encouraged to tune into their children's emotions, to really listen and respond with empathy rather than authority. The days of "because I said so" are fading, replaced by a new focus on understanding and connection. We validate feelings, get down on their level, and try to understand the why behind every meltdown. It's about seeing the world through their eyes, recognizing that big feelings in little bodies can be overwhelming, and offering comfort instead of criticism. We ask questions, we listen, and we try to help our kids name what they're feeling. It's kinder and builds emotional intelligence, but it's also exhausting. The emotional labor of being present, patient, and gentle, especially after a long day, can leave parents feeling drained. Sometimes it feels like there's no break, no off switch, just a constant need to be calm and understanding. Staying calm through a toddler's tantrum takes patience most of us never knew we had. It's a test of our own emotional regulation as we try to model the very skills we hope our children will learn. Sometimes it means sitting in silence, offering a hug, or just being there until the storm passes. We're constantly reflecting, trying to break old cycles, and sometimes the lines between validation and indulgence blur. We wonder if we're doing too much or not enough. We talk with partners, friends, and even strangers online, searching for reassurance that we're on the right path. The challenge is balancing empathy with clear boundaries. Kids need to feel heard, but they also need structure and limits to feel safe. It's a delicate dance, one that requires both compassion and consistency. We want emotionally articulate kids, but also resilient ones who know the world doesn't revolve around them. Teaching them to express their feelings is important, but so is helping them understand empathy for others and the reality that sometimes things don't go their way. It's about taking the best from both past and present. We honor the wisdom of previous generations, while also embracing new research and ideas about child development. It's a blend of tradition and innovation, respect and progress. Finding that balance is the ultimate parenting puzzle. There's no perfect formula, no one-size-fits-all answer. Every family, every child, and every day is different. And we're all still figuring it out, one gentle, imperfect, loving step at a time. Parenting today means relentless pressure. From social media, from ourselves, from everywhere. We compare our messy reality to curated perfection online and feel like we're falling short. The mental load is huge. Appointments, meals, emotions, and worries about everything from screen time to their future. Burnout is real, and it's okay to admit you're struggling. We need honest conversations and supportive communities, not judgment. Being good enough is more important than being perfect. Give yourself grace. Your kids need a happy, real parent, not a flawless one. Lowering expectations is the best gift you can give yourself and your family. Parenting now comes with endless rules, guidelines, and judgment, from lunchbox contents to bedtime routines. Every choice is scrutinized, and the fear of doing it wrong can be paralyzing. We second-guess our instincts, worried about breaking some unwritten rule. In trying to protect our kids from every risk, are we holding them back from learning resilience? It's a tough balance. Follow the rules, but trust your gut. We know our children best. Let's focus on what really matters. Give them space to explore, make mistakes, and grow. Confidence in our own parenting is key, even when the world says otherwise. It's tempting to want to be your child's best friend, but what they really need is a parent. My job is to set boundaries, say no, and guide them, even if it makes me unpopular. Structure and limits make kids feel safe, even when they push against them. Without boundaries, kids can feel lost and anxious. I'll always be their biggest supporter, but I'll never stop being their mom first. That means making tough calls and teaching right from wrong. Our relationship will evolve, but my role as their parent is non-negotiable. It's the most important job I'll ever have. Their future depends on it. I want my kids to be happy, but also capable and resilient. That means teaching practical skills, cooking, laundry, DIY, not just handing them everything. These lessons build independence and confidence. Beyond chores, it's about sparking curiosity and a love of learning. Encourage their interests, nurture their questions, and help them discover new passions. Character matters. Kindness, empathy, and hard work are the real-life skills. We're not just preparing them for jobs, but for meaningful lives. That's the legacy I hope to leave. One skill, one value, one day at a time. To every parent out there, new moms, dads of teens, you're doing an incredible job. Be kind to yourself. Trust your instincts. You know your child best. There's no such thing as perfect. Embrace the mess and the chaos. Find joy in the small moments. Silly dances, bedtime stories, shared laughter. Don't be afraid to ask for help. It's a sign of strength, not weakness. Lean on your tribe and share the journey. The days are long, but the years are short. Cherish every bit of it. Every moment, good or bad, is part of your family's story. You've got this. We've all got this. Sending you love and a massive hug. Thank you for watching our video. Subscribe to our channel for more tips on parenting and more.